Hello, I am Mauricio Rodas, the mayor of Quito, the capital city of Ecuador. One of the biggest challenges that the world faces now is how to feed a growing population that has also experienced a rapid process of urbanization. Urbanization implies huge changes in how and what people are fed and their consequences in hunger, obesity, malnutrition, and unhealthy diets that affects both the poor and the wealthy. Cities must address, among other issues, the growth of urban markets, poverty and food insecurity, rising food prices, growing dependence on imports of food, loss of vocational agricultural areas, and the effects of climate change as aspects that affect food resilience. Quito, as a city committed to the development of sustainable, inclusive, resilient, safe, and diversified food systems, is part of important global initiatives such as Milan's Urban Food Policy Pact, the C40 Food System Network, highlighting its urban agriculture as an integral proposal of contribution to the reduction of carbon emissions and increase of food resilience. Within the network of participating cities ICLEI, Quito has established its political commitment within the Sustainable City of Quito vision for local environmental and climate change management, an initiative that consists of being part of a solution through incentive and recognition of citizenship participation in sustainable territorial development. These important global initiatives, as well as the linkage of Quito to the Global Alliance on Urban Agricultural and Sustainable Food Systems (RAF) Foundation, have been a call to action to place food in a transcendental place within municipal planning with a multisectoral focus that allows to approach the subject of its integrity to guarantee food security, nutrition, sustainability, health, sustenance, and resilience. Quito is one of the 7 city regions of the world in which the City Region Food Systems Evaluation Project, promoted by RAF Foundation and FAO, is implemented, benefiting from the methods and tools generated for this purpose, as well as permanent technical support. The analysis of the current food dynamics of Quito has made evident the high vulnerability of the city to climatic events, volcanic eruptions, seismic activity and landslides, just as trends and patterns of consumption, agricultural production, and historical disordered growth of the city, which has exerted pressure on the environment, affected their food sovereignty, territorial equity, and sustainable development. In this context, Quito has made a decision to generate a governance and start building a food policy with a city-region approach, in which the vision of a sustainable food system will be an important aspect to improve the inter-institutional and multi-level articulation of local government, in addition to aligning actors carried out in terms of self-production of food, improving access to healthy food, responsible consumption, strengthening urban-rural links, and generating economic development with emphasis on environmental management from the food sector with social inclusion. It is essential to make fundamental changes in the way food is produced, processed, transported, and consumed, with an emphasis on the local and based on environmental, social, and economic sustainability that guarantees fair revenues to all actors in the value chain. Our commitment is to work on the sustainable production of fresh, safe, nutritious, and local foods, ensuring their supply and diversity, especially for the most vulnerable sectors. The current municipality administration promotes 5 flagship projects that, within the framework of the Milan Food Policy Pact, aim to raise the quality of life of the population with emphasis on health, nutrition, economic development with social inclusion, and environmental management. These are the participatory urban agriculture project Agrupar, which contributes to the improvement on the quality of life of the most vulnerable population in Quito through agricultural activities that contribute to food and nutritional security, income improvement, environmental management with a strong gender focus through the production, processing, and marketing of organic foods and farm animal breeding. It strengthens the technical capacity of small farmers, increases agricultural production and agro-industry with a micro-entrepreneurial vision, the formation of solidarity networks, access to short marketing channels, and contributes to the resilience of Quito. Supports with training and technical assistance, connecting with a short supply chain called Bioferia, which generates added value for production surpluses and establishes public-private partnerships. In the urban gardens, vegetables, fruits, anden tubers, cereals, medicinal plants, ornamental plants, breeding birds, guinea pigs, and bees are produced. In addition, preserved foods, dehydrated and baked snacks are processed. The project is aimed at women heads of households, the elderly, children, young people, the disabled, social rehabilitation centers, addiction recovery centers, migrants and refugees. Urban agriculture is practiced at the family, community, school, and institutional level. Through urban agriculture in Quito, urban-rural linkages have been strengthened to bring healthy production closer to responsible consumption. The resilient food systems of city regions see urban and peri-urban agriculture as one of the sources that improve access to safe food and increase the income of households that practice it. It cushions food price increment, distortion of the market, and reduces the need for imported supplies. Quito considers the development of its urban agriculture as an indicator of sustainability, and it has been included as a relevant action within the Quito Resilience Plan. The project Salud al Paso, Health on the Way, allows to strengthen the health of the population through the detection, management of risk factors, and nutritional education, promoting healthy lifestyles and consumption of organic foods such as fruits and vegetables to prevent non-transmittable chronic disease such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular diseases, as well as overweight and obesity issues. The opening of municipality agroecological markets for the direct sale of healthy food from the rural producer to the urban consumer. Guagua Centros are spaces for children's development and the care of children from 1 to 3 years. They are located in strategic locations, taking into account their vulnerability and socioeconomic situation. It also contributes with 4 moments of nutrition feeding to attack malnutrition. The integration of food strategies and the support to local agricultural production within municipal programs to help adapt to climate change and disaster risks. Among the tools and instruments applied by Quito to generate sustainable and resilient urban food systems, we can mention technical and financial support for small urban, peri-urban, and rural producers, quality control and compliance with standards, promotion of responsible consumption, assessment of the nutritional status and health of the citizen, improving access to urban markets for rural farmers in adjoining areas, investment in peri-urban and rural watersheds to protect the quality and supply of water, and the definition of natural risk factors and vulnerability of the city. We live in a world that faces new challenges as a result of an accelerated process of globalization, urbanization, climate change, inequality and inequity, new technologies, and citizen demands for greater democracy. Therefore, a change in the government model is necessary. As local governments, we are key players in change to address issues from which a national solution was expected. These processes have come about thanks to the union, articulation, and coordination of interests that have allowed the voice of local governments to be heard, and some of our ideas and initiatives are incorporated into the global agenda, further accentuated by the promulgation of the Sustainable Development Goals, the Climate Agenda, and the new Urban Agenda approved during Habitat 3 in Quito. I invite all local governments around the world to identify and reflect on their current food systems to move them towards sustainability and resilience to face the challenge of feeding the growing urban population worldwide. Thank you very much and enjoy the Food Forum.
Alcaldía de Quito.